For more All Things Cars, we are happy to welcome back Lauren Fix, an automotive expert and editor-in-chief of Car Coach Reports. Good to see you, Lauren. Let me start with the state of inventory, because over the past year, a lot of people have been, well, they've complained about high prices because of the lack of inventory. But I think things have changed a little, but I did read a report recently that prices were on the way back up again.
Right. That sales prices of used cars had dropped off, and now they're going back up because there's still a shortage of new cars. There's a lot of demand out there, and interest rates seem to be kind of leveling off, and people are figuring out smart ways like using credit unions. And so because they're coming up with ways to finance these vehicles or paying cash, you're watching the supply disappear again, and therefore prices are increasing. There are no incentives on any of these new vehicles.
I went to a dealership just to look around the other day, and I was shocked that the price of these new cars, first, they don't negotiate anymore. Apparently, you can't get anything off. And second, some of them are still asking for additional, I guess, charges on top of what the MSRP is. And I got to think consumers at some point have to push back and go, this is ridiculous.
Right, you're 100% correct. It's called ADM, or additional dealer markup, or they're calling it a marketing price adjustment. There's a bunch of different names for it. But anytime you look at a window sticker and there's a separate one to the right of it that adds on additional fees, you need to walk away from that dealer. And if you think you can't find vehicles here in the U.S., the Buffalo, Rochester, New York area have all agreed, all the dealers, that they're not going to charge over sticker. So they have people flying in from all over the country, buying vehicles and driving them home, which is smart for you as a consumer. So look around for other areas of the country where you can purchase a vehicle without paying over sticker, because honestly, that's pure profit to the dealer and completely
right,
unacceptable.
exactly. And we talk about it on this show that the economy is slowing down, there's layoffs, and there's a recession or no recession. So you got to think there must be plenty of cars to buy. What's the situation with inventory on new cars right now?
Well, we're still having a chip shortage issue, as well as other components and parts. Remember that a lot of the materials that come out of catalytic converters come from the Ukraine and Russia. So that, of course, presents a problem as far as wiring harnesses as well. And we still have a tire shortage. So still with supply chain issues, we're not going to be able to get in front of this maybe till the end of the year at the best. Definitely by 2024. But still, we have a problem with used cars. We just can't get inventory because people that trade in their leases are purchasing them off their lease, which is a really smart idea and a great way to save money.
So tell me something cool we can look forward to in 2023. We just obviously talked about the Chicago Auto Show. And when we talk about auto shows, we want to see the latest and greatest in technology. So give me a couple of cars that you think we need to keep an eye on and that you think are pretty cool.
If you want to do some off-roading, Jeep has 20 years of the Rubicon, and they're going to make a 4xe, which is a hybrid. And they're also going to make a full gasoline-powered big performance Jeep if you're thinking about doing something off-road. You did mention the Toyota Grand Highlander. It's going to be big. Also, Ram is going to have a 1500 EV. That's a pickup truck that's going to have a range extender, which means it's going to have gasoline and hybrid. That you probably won't see for another year. Again, lots of chip shortages. Volkswagen has their new Atlas they showed us, as well as the Atlas Cross. And Subaru brought us the Subaru Crosstrek. But the coolest vehicle at the auto show was the 2024 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. We got a sneak peek of that. That's going to be the last of this model style Mustang. And I'll tell you, if you like performance, that's gasoline powered, not hybrid, not plug-in, just pure performance. That's right up my alley.
Well, here in the DC area, when we mean performance, I think you mean the brakes, because there's still a lot of traffic and there's about 1,000 stop signs and cameras. So you really can't drive very fast. But that said, the technology itself, we talked many times about the technology of autopilot driving, right? And I get there's different levels of it. Where are we in the stage of evolution when it comes to me getting in a car, pressing the address of wherever you're working at, and having the car go there?
That at this point would be an Uber or a Lyft version or a car service. The truth is there are 5 levels of autonomous. 5th level is not even available at all in the U.S., even though Tesla says autopilot is. It is not an autonomous driving vehicle. They've got a lot of legal issues over that. Where we are right now is level 2. Believe it or not, with all the lane centering, you get ProPilot and all this active cruise control, blind spot detection. Kia and Hyundai have the cameras built into the dash, which are really nice for blind spot detection. So much great technology. The only
Yeah,
people
super
that have been
cool.
able to make it to level 3 is Mercedes-Benz, and they're just testing it now. So we're way off from punching in a code and going for a ride.
Super cool. Okay, very quickly, I got 30 seconds left. During the pandemic, we saw companies like Carvana and others who were
Mhm.
apparently doing well buying
Mm,
cars online. I guess people would click and they'd buy it. But now
right.
there's talk of Carvana going bankrupt. So number one, are they going to make it? And what's going to happen to this online car buying trend that we saw the last couple of years?
Well, it's interesting. People have gotten used to buying from dealers online. They don't necessarily like buying from some of these independent companies because once you get the vehicle, you have no communication with a rep or someone who could pick up the vehicle. And a lot of people have had problems. Carvana has sold off all of their physical locations. So right now it's online as well as Vroom and some of the other car companies. I think there's going to be a lot of competition, but it's going to be amongst some of the larger companies.
All right, really great stuff. I think there's about 150 people in our newsroom that's going to call you before they buy a new car to get your advice.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.